Nick Rudder from McKees 37. Today in the Trademark Garage, I have my good friend Dennis from CarCapsule. Dennis,
how you doing, Nick?
I appreciate you making the trip.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us.
We're really excited to add the CarCapsule brand to the offerings at McKees 37. Obviously, you guys know us for our chemicals, but besides chemicals, we also offer dry goods such as buffers, polishers, detailing brushes. Anything that's not a chemical, what we do is we source and partner with the best companies there are. And CarCapsule, which our friend Wayne Carini introduced us to you guys. He's a believer of the CarCapsule, and you guys were here for our open house and detailing expo, and we saw firsthand the quality and the assembly and just how well it works. So we said, hey, let's bring you guys on board. So Dennis, what can you tell me about the CarCapsule? It's like a big bubble. What is this thing?
Well, Nick, this is the top of the line showcase. This is the CF1 16-foot showcase, and there's a lot of bells and whistles to cover on this. So starting out, you have a carbon fiber emblazoned PVC. Okay, so this is a thicker PVC than any of our other indoor products. You have a chemical resistant base mat with a road emblazoned carbon fiber look on the base. You have two air systems in the showcase. All right, so you have one air system that is a 12-volt fan exchanging the air 4 to 5 times every hour. So it keeps the moisture, humidity, condensation, dust, and rodents away from your vehicle. The other air system is a pump that keeps the air-filled chambers. These are all air-filled columns. So this comes out of a box, plug in your pump, and stand back, flick it on, and this is what you get. These are 3 PSI filled tubes that stay inflated constantly. Now the pump will run cycling on as necessary. So as it senses a loss in pressure to a 1/4 PSI, it'll cycle on for 10 seconds and cycle back off.
Okay.
The fan runs 24/7, keeping positive pressure, moisture, condensation, humidity, and dust away from your vehicle. We have side doors, so you can put it on either side of your garage. You don't have to put it straight in the middle. So you have easy access on either side. The beauty of this is that this stays inflated. So you could just drive in and drive out, and this stays inflated. All right, so unlike covers or anything else you have to take off and fumble with, this is as simple as opening it, flipping the door over, and you drive off.
I guess that's my question, Dennis, and you clearly know the product very well. You know, you're like a walking, talking brochure. Okay, you know the specs, but you know, just back to basics. Why would someone even want a CarCapsule? What I mean, you know, you mentioned car cover. I know about car covers. You guys know about car covers. I've never been a car cover guy because, you know, we provide products that solve an issue of swirl marks and scratches. Well, car covers on and off, on and off. It scratches the car. So, is this an alternative for a car cover? Is it better than a car cover? I mean,
well, this isn't even in the same class. We preserve, protect, and present. Okay, so what this does is, this is a touchless car cover. This should never ever come in contact with your car. In fact, even if you have a power outage, we've put these D-rings up on top so you could tether it to the garage, so this, in case when the power goes out, it'll start to deflate. You don't want it touching your car, just bungee it out until you get power back, and you're back in business.
very clever. And this is you guys offer several different models. And from my understanding, this is mid-level, high-level. I mean,
this is the top of the line. This is the best of everything. We have the CF1, and we have the Signature Series, which is pretty much the same setup, except it's white PVC. Okay, wider viewing panels, but it still has the LED lights, carbon fiber base mat, IntelliCharge battery conditioner, which the IntelliCharge is really interesting because it'll charge your battery while your vehicle's in storage, but in case of a power outage, it'll power our fan. So when the power goes out, it switches the power from your battery to the fan to keep it flowing until you get power, and then it cycles back on. It goes back to charging your battery.
so it sounds like you've thought of everything. Is that? I mean,
Nick, you know, we listen to our customers.
Yeah.
You know, we've been in this for over 25 years. So we started out with the bubble. The bubble basically was a drive-on base mat where you draped it over the vehicle, zip the bottom perimeter, and plug in your fan, and it inflates it, hence the bubble.
kind of like, have you ever seen the movie Bubble Boy?
If I had $1 for every time I heard that at the shows.
Yeah.
But seriously, it literally does. It encompasses your car. Unlike a cover, which leaves the whole bottom half open.
Yeah.
You got the moisture from the garage floor coming up under your chassis, and that's just horrible for your collector cars.
Not good. So basically, my philosophy, because I'm a car guy, whenever I modify a car, which I do all the time, whether it's exhaust or intake or it's a tune, it's worth spending the extra money to get the best right off the bat. So, if you guys have a cool car, cars are, for the most part, a daily driver is a depreciating asset. But when you have something like the 89 SL that Bob has, or any of the cars that Wayne has, any kind of classic car, there's value there. And this is actually inexpensive insurance to protect your investment. One of these sets you back, what is this, like $2,600 or $2,800?
This is $2,895.
Hey, that was close.
But again, we have different sizes, we have different configurations. We have indoor, we have outdoor, we have cars, boats, motorcycles. You name it, we cover it. And if we don't, we'll make it.
That's awesome. And like I was saying, so this is, at the time of this video, $2,800 and change. But it's protecting your investment. If you have a car in there that's, whether it's 25 grand or if it's 300 grand, I mean, you're protecting it. And from my perspective, we manufacture detailing supplies, and the number one complaint of you guys after detailing your car is a day or two later it gets dusty. Yes. Well, help me understand, because this is what Phil told me when he was here. By keeping your car in here, it actually keeps the dust away. Is that?
Of course. We have a charcoal filter which is washable. So when you have the air exchange, you're continuously moving the air. So when it moves, it keeps the dust away. Now, if you look on top, that would have been
dust
right on your vehicle.
On the car. And this is a brand new training facility as well. It's our showroom, our trademark garage. This is literally brand spanking new. And this is sectioned off from the warehouse and the environment. So the fact that, dust is everywhere. So if you have an expensive car, keep it dust free like this.
Well, Nick, and not to mention that, but a lot of people have classics and they end up putting it in their garage. Again, some people have elaborate setups with the air systems and climate control, but the typical traditional car collector is putting it in his garage, putting a car cover on it, and waiting for that day to drive it out.
Yeah.
When you put it in here, two things happen. It protects against anything, how many accidents don't you have in the garage?
Oh,
rakes falling, bicycles.
And your grandkids that come over, they come over and they have a little trike or something, and you don't want something falling against your car. I mean, this is robust. I mean, this is, when I first saw this, when you set it up at our open house, Dennis, I was genuinely impressed, because normally, when you come across something these days, manufactured, it's so common to see cost cutting. You see, like, oh, this is kind of dingy or cheap here, or this is tarted up here. This is literally, I mean, fully, even the zippers are phenomenal quality. Everything, you guys did not skimp on any aspect of this unit, and now I can understand why Wayne is such an advocate of the CarCapsule, because the quality is phenomenal. So these are great, and if you guys are ever in the Stewart area, this is our CarCapsule that, from the show. This is set up for Bob's vehicles. You can come by and you can check it out. And if you're looking for an alternative to a car cover, and you're looking to keep your car clean, because it keeps it dust free, and you want to protect your investment, then for a couple grand, I mean, this is, like I said, inexpensive insurance. That's what I like to call it.
Of course.
It keeps this protected.
Well, Nick, imagine this, in your garage, and you're walking by, and your keys are on the side of it, and scratch on the fender. That's going to cost you more than $2,000 on a car like this.
Absolutely.
And it's never going to be the same.
Or if the rake falls, and it dings your fender, okay, that's going to cost a couple grand to fix. And not only that, it's going to be on the history report. So when you go to sell your vehicle, especially a collector's car, like that Mercedes, Bob's Benz has 6,900 miles on it.
Yes,
the car is 33 years old. Right now we have an Audi TT in it, but normally Bob keeps his the Benz in here, and that's an expensive car. Yes. Something happens, a shell falls over, whatever it is, it keeps it protected. So, well, Dennis, before we wrap this up, is there anything else that you think we should know? I mean, you covered pretty well, very thorough.
Nick, we basically preserve and protect and present, like I said. We have outdoor UV rated solutions from -30 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. We have drive-in options, we have the capsule options, we have a variety of products that make storage just easy and effective. I mean,
Can I lean
you
on this?
move here. Oh, please.
Look at this. I mean, I'm not, a big morbidly obese person, okay, but I mean, I'm leaning on this, and it's not going anywhere. I mean, this is robust, extremely high quality. So, and then also, and people always ask us, Dennis, what's the warranty?
We have a 1-year warranty on manufacturer's defects or any problems with the defects, but the bulk of this, we've had customers that have the original CarCapsule still in use, and all they do is replace the fan. And it's a Velcro system, so it's just.
I was going to say, because there's no moving parts on this.
The workhorse is the fan and the pump, and because it's a 12-volt fan, your power consumption is probably like $2 a month with the pump and the fan combined.
That's enough.
It's negligible. I mean, it just works 24/7. And in this model, you got the LED lights, you got all the bells and whistles.
So, it dresses up your garage. And one more thing, I don't think you covered this, but I believe I heard Phil mention it at the open house. He said something like the fan, the tone, or the hertz or something, about mice,
Yes.
rodents or something. Can you elaborate on that and tell these guys here what that means?
Yeah, we didn't design this to be rodent proof, but by proxy, our customers are telling us, listen, when this is set up, and these are set up in pole barns, they're set up in outdoor garages, and they're like, the mice don't touch it. And it's the whirl of the fan, the frequency just keeps it air. Plus you have air coming out from the zipper, so that also keeps the perimeter around. So again, it's a win-win.
It is, and if you guys have ever had rodent infestations, if you have a big garage and you have like a barn, and you have a lot of cars in there, rodents getting in, I mean, that can completely total a car out because of the electrical system.
It's a banquet for them.
I mean, everything, So it's so cool that, your customers discovered a byproduct of this, which is fan, you can't really even hear it, but the frequency keeps the rodents away. I mean, how cool is that? And kudos to you guys for your honesty. You guys said, well, we engineered a special fan that hums the rodents. I mean, that's awesome. That's good stuff. Well, Dennis, I really appreciate you stopping by. If you guys have any questions about the car capsule, leave a comment below. You can always call us, 844-852-5300, and look for these on the McKees37.com website. We're happy to be an authorized reseller, and this is the genuine car capsule. So, beware of anything that might look similar or lesser quality. This is the original. This is the best. Okay? You get what you pay for, folks. Dennis, it was a pleasure.
My pleasure, Nick.
Right.
Thank you so much for having us. And let me tell you, your open house was phenomenal. The amount of cars, Wayne, the energy, it was awesome.
We're just having fun.
Thank you so much for being just such a gracious host. And we look forward to a lot of great things out of McKees 37 because you guys know what you do.
Likewise. Take care. God bless.